Hi there. My book today is Eloise by Kay Thompson. Drawings by Hilary Knight. It's a Simon & Schuster book, in case you care. I am Eloise. I am 6. I am a city child. I live at the Plaza. The Plaza is a hotel. There is a large lobby which is enormously large with marble pillars and ladies in it and a revolving door with PP on it. I spend an awful lot of time in the lobby. For instance, every day I have to go down to the desk clerk and see what's happening there, and then I stop by the mail desk to see if they have any stamps, and then I go to the house phones and make several calls to see if anyone's in, and the bell captain knows who I am. If there's a lot of luggage trying to get on the elevator and these people are all in a crowd and smoking and from out of town or something, I edge in the middle of it and lose my skate key. I am a nuisance in the lobby. Mr. Salamone says so. He's the manager. I always say, "Good morning, Mr. Salamone," and he always says, "Good morning, Eloise." My mother knows the owner. I live on the top floor. Of course, I am apt to be on any floor at any time. Now this is really cool. Look at, she's getting into the elevator. And then I'm not even sure if you can see all of this. Look at all the different places she goes. Of course, I am apt to be on any floor at any time, and if I want to go anywhere, I simply take the elevator. For instance, if I happen to be on the second floor, I just press that button until it comes up, and as soon as the door is open, I get in and I say, "5th floor, please." And when those doors clank shut, we ride up and I get out on the 5th floor, and as soon as that elevator is out of sight, I skibble up those stairs to the 8th floor, and then I press that button, and when the same elevator comes up, and as soon as the door is open, I get in and I say, "15th floor, please." And then when those doors clank shut, we ride up and I get out on the 5th floor, and as soon as that elevator is out of sight, I skibble down to the 12th floor and press that button, and when that same elevator comes up and those doors open, I say, "The lobby, please." And when those doors clank shut and we ride down, and then those doors clank shut and we ride down without saying absolutely one word, and then I get on the next elevator and I go all the way up. So she starts down here and she skibbles and runs all the way up to the top, and then she comes back down again. I think she is a nuisance. I live down at the end of the hall, and sometimes I take 2 sticks and skitter them along the walls, and when I run down the halls, I slomp my feet against the woodwork, which is very good for scuffing and noise. Sometimes I slomp my skates if I want to make a really loud and terrible racket. We have a buzzer on our front door, and I always lean on it. That's how Nanny knows it's me, Eloise. Nanny is my nurse. She wears tissue paper in her dress and you can hear it. She is English and has 8 hairpins made out of bones, and she says that all she needs in this life, for Lord's sake. Nanny says she would rather I didn't talk all the time. She always says everything 3 times, like, "Eloise, you can't. Sometimes I hit her on the ankle with a tassel. She is my mostly companion. I have my own room. It has a coat rack, which is as large as me. I have a dog that looks like a cat, and his name is Weenie. Sometimes I put sunglasses on him, and then I have to scratch his back with a coat hanger. I have a turtle, and his name is Skipperty. He eats raisins and wears sneakers. The Plaza is the only hotel in New York that will allow you to have a turtle. Skipperty and me, we always know it's morning because Weenie breathes in our faces and wakes us up and kisses us. The absolutely first thing I have to do is braid Skipperty's ears, otherwise he gets cross and develops a rash. Nanny gets up feeling tired, and puts on her kimono and skibbles over to slam those windows down shut so that we don't freeze, and then she stretches her muscles and feels fresh. Nanny yawns out loud. And then I pick up the telephone and call room service. Ooh, I absolutely love room service. They always know it's me and they say, "Yes, Eloise?" And I always say, "Hello, this is me, Eloise. Would you kindly send up 1 roast beef bone, 1 raisin, and 7 spoons to the top floor and charge it, please? Thank you very much." And then I hang up and look at the ceiling for a while and think of a way to get a present. And I usually yawn out loud several times. Then Nanny gives the signal, and Weenie and Skipperty and me, we skibble out of bed so fast as Everly we can, and Nanny wraps us in our robe and holds us tight, and I pat her on her bottom, which is large. And then we have to do our morning duties and laugh and sing. London from bottom to top is up, the keeper in the shop is up, and even Mrs. Mop and Mop, oh, what a lovely morning. In Trafalgar Square, the Bobby's up, and Piccadilly, the Nippy's up, and Covent Garden, the Clippy's up. Oh, what a lovely morning. We're up, and we gotta be jolly clean from head to toe and in between. Zup, good morning, and how have you been? Oh, what a lovely morning. The Royal Navy is up. Buckingham Palace is up, and even the BBC is up. Oh, what a lovely morning. Ooh, I absolutely love Nanny, I do. While I'm brushing my teeth, there is this pigeon who is always hanging around our bathroom window, and he does absolutely nothing but coo. He's fat and grizzly, and I holler at him, and he flies over to the Sherry Netherland for a while to see what they're up to. Weenie and me weigh 36, Nanny weighs 18 stones, Skipperty weighs absolutely nothing at all unless he has his sneakers on, and then, of course, he weighs 1/2. Then Nanny puts on her corset, which is enormously large, but which is very good for her back. Kleenex makes a very good hat. Then we are clean and we skibble in our scuffs to the kitchen, and there is Renee with the room service. Renee always says, "Bonjour, Eloise, voici votre petit déjeuner." And Nanny always says, my, doesn't that look good? And I always say, "Bonjour, Renee, merci, and charge it, please." Nanny has Irish bacon, which reminds her of her brother. You have to eat oatmeal or you'll dry up. Everyone knows that. Nanny likes her coffee hot, and an egg cup makes a very good hat. I have two dolls, which is enough. Their names are Sabine and Sailor. Sabine is a rag doll, and she has absolutely no face at all, partly because she came from Jamaica by Air Express. Otherwise, she has shoe-button eyes and 2 right legs. She is rather unusual. Sailor is a very large doll and has a hard head and no arms. She was in the most terriblest accident, and she bleeded so hard she almost choked in the night, and this ambulance came and took her to this hospital, and it was an emergency, and they had to give her all this terribly dark medicine and a lot of Band-Aids. And when she came back home, she was weak and had to take cod liver oil. I gave her a strawberry leaf from under my grapefruit for not whimpering, and Weenie licked her face. They have to have a teaspoon of water every hour or so, so you can see they are an extremely lot of extra work. Here's what I like to do. Make up things. Here's what I can do. Chew gum, write, spell, stand on my head, though for the longest amount of time, stand on my toes, get dizzy and fall down, make a terrible face. And here's the thing of it. Most of the time, I'm on the telephone. My day is rather full. I have to call the valet and tell him to get up here and pick my sneakers up to be cleaned and pressed and have them back sure without fail. And then I have to play the piano. And then I have to look in a mirror for a while. And then I have to open and close the door for a while. And as soon as I hear talking and laughing, I skitter out and run down the hall. And if there is an open door, I have to walk in and pretend I am an orphan. And sometimes I limp and sort of bend to the side and look sort of sad in between the arms. And they give me a piece of melon or something. Then I have to roam around the halls, and then I have to scurry down to the 10th floor to adjust the thermostats in case anyone needs it. If there's a fire on the 6th floor, I know how to fix it, and then I have to hide and see what those hotel officers are up to. All they do is walk and talk. They have never been arrested. Then I have to hurry back up to the top floor. Our daymaid's name is Joanna. She has earrings with garnets and is going to take her Social Security to Bavaria on her birthday. One time she saw this man in his hairnet and he bawled her out for taking his razor blades. I have to help her put on those pillowcases or she'll never be through by 4, for Lord's sake. She has to be through by 4. Then I have to go around to the service elevator on the 6th floor and see what everybody's thrown away and if I want it or not, like ribbon or something like that. And then I have to go down and help the switchboard operators in case there are any DAs, and there has to be some sort of message taken or something like that. If there's an exit sign, I always have to go into it because there might be a mattress in there and I can lie down and get some rest so I can carry on, for Lord's sake. Oh my Lord. I am absolutely so busy. I don't know how I can possibly get everything done. And then I have to hop around for a while. I have lunch at the Palm Court if it is too rainy and see Thomas. We are both rather fond of talking and he gives me Gugelhofen. Thomas has a son in the Marines who got married on a shoestring. Thomas has a Corvette. I always go in the Persian room after 4 to see my friend Bill. He's a busboy in the night and goes to school in the day and his eyes water. Here's where he's been, Madrid. Here's where I've been, the boiler room. Then I scamper to the terrace room where those debutantes are prancing around. Then I have to skibble into the Baroque room because sometimes there is this chalk and there is this pitcher with ice water in it and you should see the cigar smoke left over from a General Motors meeting. Oh my Lord. And then I have to help the busboys and waiters get set up in the crystal room. They always wait until the last second, for Lord's sake, and then we have to rush our feet off. I don't think she's being a really big help, do you? I go to all the weddings in the white and gold room, and I usually stay for the reception. There are absolutely nothing but rooms in the plaza. Oh, I absolutely love the plaza. Sometimes, if they are having this enormous affair in the grand ballroom, I get there early to help Joe set up the lights in the ceiling, and before anybody gets there, we just scamper up this ladder and hide there in these holes. Oh my Lord, is it ever swelteringly hot up there. I always wear my sun visor. Look at her way the heck up here. I am all over the hotel. Half the time I'm lost, but mostly I am on the first floor because that is where catering is. So I have to go down there every day for at least 3 hours, and sometimes I have to go at night. Oh my Lord, do they ever have a lot of things going on down there. Altogether, I have been to 56 affairs, including Halloween. There is this oak room, which is to the right if you want to have a broken mint or something like that. And you have to go downstairs to the rendezvous room, which is very good for hiding over a long period of time and for doing a tour jeté. So the package room has all these packages in it, and sometimes I have to help them lift those heavy boxes and look for small packages that might be for me. Eloise. Sometimes I go to the men's room, which is very good for playing railroad station or something like that. And every Wednesday I have to go to the barber shop to have Vincent shape my hair. He does absolutely nothing but talk and swiggles me around in that chair and hurts my neck with that whisk broom, and sometimes I squonk him in the kneecap. Vincent said if I am not careful, I am not going to have a hair on my head by the time